The views expressed on the Very OK podcast are for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken or quoted seriously. Subscribe to the Very OK podcast or the Dark Lord will turn your guts into snakes.
So you don't know what it is?
I mean, whatever they are, if they're a guy or a girl, either way, they're pretty attractive. I mean,
I
don't know, man. I guess gender is a social construct, and it confuses the penis that's turned into the big penis.
Yeah. So if you think about it, you want. I can't. I want to say stuff that I can't say.
Why? Just feel your feelings.
Because of stuff.
Just feel
things that matter.
Feel your feelings.
I would like to change the subject.
Your feelings.
You feel them.
I am. Or do you have an issue with emotional intimacy?
Emotion? What do you mean?
How do you... If I said the words emotional vulnerability, how does that make you feel?
I don't know.
Uncomfortable?
A little bit. I don't know what comes after that. That's why I'm not sure how to feel.
I gotcha. Do you have a problem with emotional vulnerability?
I don't know. This is why we need the real counselor to come in here. Make me remember something that happened when I was 5 that I didn't remember, and I start crying.
Just full tears. I don't know. I'd offer to get my mom on here, but she would just make it too religious.
I mean, we can do that.
My mom was much better at giving advice when she was Wiccan than now that she's Catholic.
I didn't know that first part.
No? Yeah, my mom used to be Wiccan. She taught me how to do tarot card readings when I was 10.
You can make some money if you go to the right fair.
Yeah, I thought about dressing like one of the Bible Black chicks and going to the Anime Expo and giving tarot card readings. I just don't have the shoulders for it.
The shoulders?
My shoulders are too broad to wear a schoolgirl uniform.
I thought you meant I wasn't going to be able to carry that weight. Like that. That's such a high social...
The burden. Heavy as the crown when you're cross-dressing at an anime convention.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
Too much responsibility.
I've never been, but I make fun of my cousin every time he goes.
It's actually pretty good. I mean, the people watching...
All the Twitch thoughts and the...
It's not as Twitch thoughty. I don't know, because the last time I went to an anime convention was 2014.
Yeah, they weren't even doing their thing.
Yeah.
They were all just,
being useless.
Not trying to figure out a reason not to be called a cam girl.
Right, yeah.
They
were
they just thought that was all there was.
Yeah, they're just I guess I'm just going to work at McDonald's my whole life.
But
and
now that there's different things, you can lie and say that you are those things. I play Fortnite on stream, but really, if you look at the Patreon, you donate $15 a month and they start sending you naked pictures. So you don't just play Fortnite.
You donate $50 a month, I'll come on my own feet and send them to you.
In a Polaroid picture.
Polaroid pictures of cum feet.
You can put it anywhere you want.
Would it be cum feet or feet cum? Who knows?
Yeah, they'll probably figure it out. Probably got plenty to figure out what the best shot would be.
I think that they have a lot of shit to figure out, but they're not even going near that. They're actually going in the opposite direction.
I want to get a Twitch thought on the podcast, but now that I just said Twitch thought, I don't think they're going to come on the podcast.
I'm sure some will lack the self-respect to just ignore that and actually embrace it.
We'll just lie and be like, hey, we want to get the full story from the point of view of you, and we're just gonna say ours.
We want to talk to you about your experience as a female in the Twitch gaming, streaming, and gaming community, and because we think it'll empower women.
And we also give you a free t-shirt.
And then we just ask her a bunch of like weird, underhanded questions.
What's the fattest person that's ever donated to you on Patreon? Do you think that any phones were not sticky when they pressed donate?
What is it about that amount of cleavage that makes you better at video games?
Like, I've never watched a Twitch Thought play, but I can imagine that
God.
sometimes they just stop playing.
Amaranth, or however you pronounce her name. She's some Twitch Thought. She's, I don't know. She's just one of those cunts that over-sexualize her entire stream. And then...
Like, there would be kids watching, and she's like, oop, I died. And then she, like, flashed the camera or
she's
something.
like, oops, I died. While she's, like, shrugging. Like, playing DJ McScratchy Scratch. Like,
oh my
while
God.
she's getting shot in Fortnite. Just completely ignoring the game itself.
Like, she's, like, having people pay to play with her, and then she just stops in the middle of a open area and starts, like, playing with herself.
Oh, God. It was,
It's priorities.
or like the real life or whatever fucking section they have now where it's pretty much just like not even about streaming video games or anything.
Like, they
It's
have
just-
the main menu.
It's just them talking, which 90% of that whole section of Twitch is just like chicks dancing and like wife beaters and no bra and stuff like that. And people are just like, yes.
Hey, I'm going to donate.
Yes!
My parents' money deserves to be here. Donate.
Bro, I'm just going to steal my mom's credit card and get hella ass.
I've only donated to one streamer my whole life. It was that guy that shouted us out. I don't know if you saw it.
Speaking of shoutouts, Gabe Montoya.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love him. Are we actually recording right now, or
Yeah,
have we just been
this will
talking?
probably be in the part that lives. That I don't
Alright.
cut.
Well, I'm just so fucking excited to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't been here. So it's understandable.
Is the camera on?
Yeah, it's blinking.
It's recording?
Yes. This episode brought to you by Gabe Montoya and his video editing hands. And his
Gabe-O-Vision!
yeah. So now that we know we have a good video editor, we can just overuse like our
Yeah.
body parts.
I don't know. I just want him inside me for real, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, platonically.
Just in a stable home. Gabe, yeah, he really if anybody hasn't seen it, go listen to, well, not listen, go watch the full experience on YouTube of episode 25.
Episode 25.
Gabe Montoya did such a good job editing that.
He
It
did.
made me look like shit, and I was
Yeah.
never happier to be made to look like that.
You're the video trimmer from now on.
Yeah, I'll just sync the audio and video and send it to him, and as long as he doesn't abandon us.
Yeah, now that we kicked that fat Mexican fuck out of the podcast, I'm talking about Andrew Riggs. Now we can just be me, fucking boring ass chin strap over here, and Gabe.
Hey, why you call me boring and make fun of my voice and my chin strap? Hey. Okay, if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, there's a video of a fan of ours in distress who made a big deal on Facebook about us. He released 2 videos. The first one was I guess a review or insult
It was pretty much just like him
expressing himself.
saying mean things about Dylan Hilly. That's how you say your name, dude.
And he had a lot to say
You gotta
about-
go, bro.
Yeah, he wanted me to be off the podcast because he said I'm boring. My voice, he says it sound country and
If you guys
boring,
actually,
monotone.
if you guys think that he's actually boring, make sure to tell him. In his
My words are way
DMs.
funnier on paper than they are out of my mouth. I don't know. Like he just pretty much gave us a review of what he thought of our podcast, but we didn't receive it as that because he was mad, and he made the video because we argued with him on Facebook about 2 months before he did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're a little late to talk about this, but
Andrew got bored and wanted to direct his energy towards someone.
his energy.
He's a being of chaos.
Yeah, it started an argument between... we've talked about this on the podcast before. The Gale Rogers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can say that.
He apparently doesn't
loves
think
you.
that there's a difference between bourbon and whiskey. And it actually gave me a hemorrhagic stroke when I found that out.
If anybody... Okay, I'm trying to figure out a way that someone can go back and see this in chronological order. I think... Just watch episode 21 and then watch the other videos of the guy in the suit on our YouTube channel, and then you'll just understand it all. He got mad at us and hates me, hates Andrew, loves Dylan.
Because I'm entertaining as fuck!
He called me a chin strap fuck, and he
You're
was like,
chin
how do you
strap.
even get laid wearing a chin strap?
You ain't gonna get no pussy wearing your face like it.
Hey, why you make fun of my chin strap? But yeah,
See you later, virgins.
yeah, he warned us beforehand that he was making that video, and he just kept messaging Andrew and sent me a friend request and unblocked us and stuff. And then he put it out, and I was like, damn, this guy's about to be talking about, like, all my personal information, because, like, what other reason would he come back after 2 months if it wasn't to completely, like, dox me and destroy me emotionally?
Dylan Hilly.
But
Your social security number being this.
Yeah.
Your address being this.
yeah, I thought you were going to dig up some deep personal information that I did not want people to know about. But
You got molested when you were 10 and you're still struggling to make peace with it.
no. I thought he was going to say something of that magnitude, though. But it ended up just being, you're boring and you have a chin strap.
You're bored.
My-
boring. You have a
My voice, I don't know.
He also did call for you to get taken off the podcast.
Yeah, he wants me to be kicked out of my own house and not use all the stuff that I bought.
Yeah.
So
He wants you living in a mission, bro.
we've already kicked Andrew off, so we can just kick me
Yeah.
off.
He's just become too successful selling hammers.
You could go solo. Like, you have to be crazy to do a solo podcast. Even if you make sense.
I don't think you have to be crazy, but you have to have, like, a whole lot of shit going on in your head.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy, I think.
Or you just got to be really good at talking about things for long
Geniuses
periods of time.
can be crazy.
I mean, yeah.
A lot of geniuses are crazy.
I mean, I think Elon Musk probably is a bit Aspergery, but he's more successful than me.
I mean, yeah, he's done so much shit, and he still, like, made a song about Harambe.
God. I didn't know
It
how...
wasn't very good, but I was like,
I had no idea how internet he was.
I appreciate the meme culture in him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he may be late to stuff, or just it doesn't make sense the way he tries to tell a joke or something, but
Right.
he pretty much, yeah. If any older person is just in touch with meme life, meme culture, then I'm just like, you may suck at it, but I respect it.
It's like such a fucking abortion when people try and talk about, like, meme culture or, like, internet culture. Specifically, a topic that's been going on for some time now is video game culture. When people have no idea what that's like and then try and, like, write articles or something about it, and ignore all the nuance. It's just, it comes out like the most ignorant shit whatsoever.
I feel like people that write articles, you don't even have to be that credited to write for a site.
Yeah.
Like BuzzFeed. I remember they wrote an article about Donald Trump where he was like driving that truck, the semi truck, and it was like, all it was like 3 pictures. It was him sitting in the semi truck. It was like beep beep honk honk. Like, that was the article on BuzzFeed.
That's kind of funny.
No, yeah, I think that it was BuzzFeed, but it might have been something else. But yeah, you don't have to be smart to work for BuzzFeed. You can probably just message them and be like, I hate Trump, and then they'll hire you.
Or like, when like Vice makes a fucking, or Vox makes a fucking article about how gamers hate women. I'm just like, it's like you guys are like saying memes and taking it seriously. I mean, have you ever been in a fucking party chat and a girl come on?
Oh my god.
Like gamers love women.
No, I was laughing because I know what I do when a girl is like in the game or in the party.
Yeah.
But I know that there are guys that were just like, "Hey, what's up? I'm gonna add you as a friend. We can play."
Oh my
together.
god, it's so great to see like a woman like you playing this game. That's great. I love you.
It's so cringy.
Yeah.
Like, people will be like, "Hey, accept my friend request. We can play," or they'll like invite them to the different party and just talk to them alone. Make it invite only.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, people do that.
She's like, where's everyone else? I sent them invites, but I guess they don't want to join.
It's like it's basically just like a creep on a crime show.
Yeah.
But he can't
Lots of heavy breathing.
advance because he's on Xbox.
It's like the male equivalent of like that really cringy female that's constantly seeking male attention. It's like that really cringy dude that's constantly seeking female attention because he needs validation.
Those people look completely different.
So different. Like they're on completely different spectrums.
Like the men who crave female attention would not be a good match with the women who crave male attention.
Oh no, but the males that crave female attention are like very attracted to a woman who crave male attention.
Yeah.
And that's where it starts getting.
She's like,
wacky.
I can't find a guy, and he's like,
I'm a guy.
Like, she'll like blatantly friend zone them, be like,
Right.
I wish I could find a guy like you. I just picture like comic book guy talking to like just some bar girl.
Like fucking Poindexter's just like, oh, you like alcohol? That's crazy. I like alcohol too. You know what alcohol reminds me of? Have you ever played Monster Hunter?
That's basically it. I would like. There's so much to teach people like that.
Dude, I don't
that's
know.
not worth telling them.
Because they're not gonna apply it.
No.
It's like those are the types of people who have to learn the lessons the hard way. Some never do. But I mean, like me, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. But I'll like walk into a bar and just like start talking about like anime and snuff hentai, and people are just like, "You are so funny."
Well, it's easy for you to do, and that to work because you just have to find a girl with not normal hair.
That's true.
Like she just have like blue hair.
Oh no, yeah, that's. I mean, that's fair.
Hey, why you make fun of my chin strap?
One of my favorite interactions I've had lately is that I was at a bar, and one of my friends introduced me to one of her friends that I'd never met, and I'm just like, "Oh, hello, my name's Dylan. I guess I'll just give you a quick rundown," and then I'll just be like, I'm emotionally crippled, but I'm working on it. I'm really into hentai, so the conversation might go there, so be prepared for that. I also just like really violent video games. This is what I do for a living. And she's just like, "That's so cool that you do that. Not everyone gives an opener like that. That's great." I'm like,
like she's intimidated by the interaction, so she doesn't even listen to what you say.
Like I like tap into my social retardation so much that I appear confident, but inside I'm just like screaming.
And it makes her think that she has to like prove herself in the conversation.
Yeah, like
so she didn't even listen to all the weird shit you said. And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's great." Like I don't know. It sounds like a tap room conversation.
No.
But I want to talk about my voice.
Yeah, why are you so goddamn boring? Your fucking cadence with your southern
My
drawl.
country accent, and it goes on.
This dude has like this chin strap, right? And he's just like has this kind of southern accent, and he talks with a cadence like this the whole time, and he's just like trying to move the podcast along, and he's doing a horrible job.
I don't know. I'm hoping
He's
to put
got
clips of what he said in the video.
I mean, like, I legitimately enjoyed the video, to be honest.
I did, and before we talk about that, I want to explain why I think my voice sounds the way that it does.
Did you have an accident as a child?
No,
I vocal cords.
I can't say that I don't have a reason to talk like a country person, because the only 3 places I've ever lived are Texas, Indiana, and Kentucky.
I mean, well, to be fair, like, I grew up in, like, southern Kentucky, like southeast Kentucky, and still sometimes it comes out and it gets real awkward because people always call me out on it, and I'm just like, it's like, Dylan, why did you
It gets worse the more that I would drink too.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm, because it just stems from me talking lazy. Because
Well, how about you quit being lazy, you fucking...
in high school, it's just a
verbal
habit now.
piece of
It's just
shit.
how I talk now. In high school, I used to think it was dumb to be smart.
That's retarded. That's...
Like, I thought of it in the social way, not
are you
the
studying?
rest of your life way.
You fucking nerd.
I thought of it as in, like, the right now, the high school, not the get good grades and get a good job
Just
way.
living in the moment.
Yeah. Like,
Is that yours?
no, that's yours. But if I would hear somebody like, "Oh, Miss blah blah blah, you forgot to give us the homework," like, I would mock them and just say that in a hallway. Like, yeah, you spoke that sentence very fluently and you sounded smart, dumbass bitch.
Well, I mean, even me,
Talking about
like,
the homework you were smart enough to do
even
and not
me,
copy.
if I was to hear someone say, "You forgot to hand out the homework," I'd probably get angry too.
Just like people who talked, what's the word? Like, cohesively, is that right?
Articulately?
Articulately.
Or the
And
people that would
cohesive.
articulate properly?
Yeah, like, if it was just, like, I used to make fun of people who talked like
Speaking
a book
eloquently.
sounded,
Oh.
or just like proper. I would be like, wow.
Maybe you should read more books, Dylan.
Okay, Andrew, telling me to read.
Well, obviously Andrew doesn't read any, like, news articles, or else he'd know Bernie Sanders' positions.
That's not my position. And you don't understand Bernie's policies if you really simplify it down to, I think that he thinks that rich people bad, poor people good, rich should help poor. He has a lot of policy positions. Maybe you should research them a little bit, Andrew. You ever think about that? Do you research anything? Because you're on your phone all the fucking time. You know, being a fat ass, just looking on your phone, just, I'm gonna be a fat ass and not be entertaining at all while I do this stupid ass podcast. I thought he was gonna be the main guy, but apparently they let this Dylan Hilly, I think that's, do you pronounce your last name Hilly, dude? Well, whatever. He looks like he's the main host. Unfortunately for the show, really, because he is boring as fuck. Oh my god. Ugh. Do a better job. Fire that fucking chin strap fuck. He's boring as shit. He's just with his southern accent, cadence, and just, hey guys, this is the next thing we're gonna talk about. I'm so boring, I think I'm gonna put myself to sleep. And Dylan Rudd, shout out to you. Get Dylan Rudd on there more often. He's entertaining.
If anybody doesn't listen to them and they're too lazy, the videos consisted of him just making fun of me and Andrew, and then he released another video a couple hours later after some edits were made from his video that he didn't like.
I mean, the videos were genuinely
I laughed
funny.
at them.
Not because he was just talking mad shit about you two and then was just saying nice things about me, but just because of, like, his mannerisms.
The fact
and
that he did
everything.
it.
Like, everything about the video was pretty hilarious.
He was wearing a suit. I just pictured him like sitting in like some like grandma's kitchen on his laptop, and he's wearing a top of a suit, and then under that is basketball shorts.
I hope to God he was wearing basketball shorts.
Like that's what I pictured, because he looked like he just walked out of an interview from like Wall Street or some shit. Like, he looked like he just decided that he was gonna work at some insurance company. But I don't know. I just pictured as he was saying all that stuff, like, you're a fat Mexican, fuck. How many tacos you... Like, he was saying shit that he ended up later apologizing for because it was so bad, but... Like, I just pictured him saying, you are fat as fuck. Like, wearing that same suit in front of the person's face. It was just made me laugh the most, thinking of him saying that in person, looking like that.
God, it was good.
Yeah, he wanted to make it like a thing where he's the villain and we just fend him off, and it's like he's like Mojo Jojo to us.
Mojo Jojo.
And it would make us get views and stuff, but I can't do the fake YouTube beef.
Yeah, it's not very organic. It's a bit cringy, actually.
I want to have a beef, but I don't want it to be like he's talking to us in a private message.
Have we listened to a single episode of a Very Okay podcast to see if they actually like said anything about us?
I don't think they've made anything in a while.
Oh.
Their last post on Facebook, I don't remember. They said they were on like a hiatus on Facebook or something.
How the fuck they had like 50 subscribers? How the fuck are they gonna go on a hiatus?
A Very Okay podcast. It's in Oklahoma. There's like 50 people in Oklahoma. They almost have like total control. But
it must not have put a lot of effort into it.
I don't know.
They need to take a hiatus, or maybe they probably just like
they just
lost interest,
ran out of things to talk about.
They had like 5 episodes worth about Oklahoma stuff, and they're just like, well,
that's it. That's all of it.
I love how our dirt's a different color than other dirt, and I like how it's all flat.
Like they did 5 episodes.
Native Americans are pretty cool.
They did 5 episodes and they just had no history left to talk about. They were like 30 minutes long each. We look like we're part of Texas. We could be.
Oklahoma is just like the Texas hat, but Texas is like Scumbag Steve. And you know how it's the hat that makes Scumbag Steve?
Yeah.
Oklahoma's the hat that makes Texas as shitty as it is.
I like Texas.
Oh yeah, I love
it's
Texas.
too big to not be good.
Texas is great. I've met very little people from Texas that I thought were bad people. I think if you're from Texas, you're a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just too big to be bad. Like there's parts of it that are just completely like tumbleweed, one-horse towns, but they also have huge cities.
Yeah.
Like Dallas and Houston, whatever else.
I have a friend from Houston who gave me an inward pass while I was in the Marines. He's a good person.
Don't use it here.
Don't use it here.
It is not valid.
It's not valid. Yeah, I probably should have gotten it.
Got it renewed?
Oh, I know. What is it? Laminated.
Oh.
Oh.
Did he actually give it to you?
No, it was a verbal exchange. Oh. We were sitting in a fighting hole for like 2 days together.
So you have no proof? What do you think about the Notre Dame Cathedral burning down?
I think it's pretty black metal. I know that there's a lot of conspiracy theories behind it. I probably need to clean up my friends list because I've just been like confirming friend requests like indiscriminately here lately. My timeline has gotten weird.
Yeah, I hate that. It happens to me on Twitter. Like I'll follow somebody back that follows me, and then I'll see them tweet. They're one of the people that follows you, so you follow them back, and then they unfollow you, so they look like they have more followers than actual people that they're following.
I should start doing that. I have like 50 followers.
But the people that do that just post the most basic stuff. Like, a girl followed me, and I followed her back just because, like, I thought she was going to be following me. And then she unfollowed me, and then she started tweeting, like, my boyfriend this, my boyfriend that. I'm like, psh, like, I'm not following you. You think I care?
Yeah, go commit, not feeling so good, Mr. Stark.
No, go commit, not breathe.
Go commit, not living.
No, I actually have a lot of words that I banned from my Twitter timeline.
So, because of my indiscriminate adding, I realized that there is some dude that I added who, like, a week after I, like, confirmed his friend request, changed his profile picture to a anime girl in an SS Nazi uniform.
Oh my god.
He starts talking about Notre Dame being a thing that was low-key done by Muslims.
Well, I think that after they did this thing, whoever it was, then the next logical step would be to burn down the Vatican Library.
Dude, if the Vatican Library goes away, realize how much shit is in there? There's stuff that would blow our fucking minds that's, like, in the Vatican Library.
So it shouldn't be burned?
The Vatican Library? I would probably cry.
Like, cause I remember we talked about it on, like, 15 or something.
Yeah, I'll become a priest just so I can have access to that library one day.
Somebody just needs to sneak in there. Like, where's Nicolas Cage at?
You can't read you can't just sneak in there and then read a book and then leave.
Just take them all. Like,
forever?
Like, commandeer the entire building. Yeah.
Like, you're coming with me.
They're hiding secrets that matter to people. If they were to take all that and they send it to a lab, even if it was... Do you think that the CIA or whoever would do it if somebody just randomly said, here's all the books from the Vatican Library? Do you think that they would immediately return them?
No, they would return them, but
after Xeroxed and
after they made copies of all of it, of it that would be worth reading. They probably have, like, proof of aliens, like a whole bunch of books that got omitted from the Bible.
It needs to be released because it could make Chick-fil-A be open on a Sunday.
Right.
If they were just like...
make Chick-fil-A be open on a Sunday.
If there was just proof in there that Jesus or God or whatever was made up. But
how fucky would that be if it was just like the truth? You open the book that says the truth and it's just like, there is no God. And that the Vatican's just been hiding it this whole time.
For an excuse to sexually assault people. I don't doubt it. I think that church is good for the people that go and support each other and help each other when they need it and stuff like that. Like, it makes people just nicer.
Community.
Yeah. But that's the only good thing about church and religion. It starts wars and other shit.
How shitty would it be to think, like, to know, like, in retrospect that you blew yourself up for nothing?
I guess I wouldn't know. But it's just, I really feel like if religion never existed, then everybody would have figured things out a long time ago.
I don't necessarily believe that, but
it would be more peaceful, right? You think that?
Maybe. I don't know. That's getting way too philosophical.
Because people are like, the Muslims, blah, 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 blah.
The Muslims, the Catholics.
And then there's people here like,
the Jews,
the Christians and the Jews. Like, it's impossible to say that the world wouldn't be a better place.
Oh no, man! The Abrahamic religions have kind of really fucked on people.
The what?
all the Abrahamic religions, like Christianity, Islam, Judaism.
Yeah, that's why it shouldn't be a thing. They should go away. Hey, why you make fun of my chin strap?
Are you just gonna say that intermittently throughout the podcast?
Yeah, I don't have a soundboard, so I have to say it.
I don't have a soundboard. Soundboards are just mouths you press with keys.
But I don't disagree with Gail. I think that sometimes I talk boring.
I think you should grow your mustache out.
It doesn't grow that thick. This is the thick part. I start looking like a catfish if I let it grow out.
Oh, you get like the
light hairs towards the middle and the dark hairs
the
on
Confucius
the outside.
ass mustache.
Yeah.
Like you're a wise Chinaman.
And I don't know. I always feel like mustaches make you look dirty if they're not directly connected to your beard.
Every time I shave, I think about just leaving the mustache for that purpose.
But like as soon as you finally do it, you're gonna be coaching a little league team.
I'm gonna get a pair of New Balances. I'm gonna get real excited about mowing my lawn.
New Balances are actually nice now. I don't know if you know that.
I mean, there are some New Balance shoes that are good. There are also some
Like
New Balance
the ones
shoes that are dog shit.
Like
Not dog shit, but you know what I mean.
Google New Balance on your phone and then screenshot all the ads that pop up.
Nike has really good shoes,
They also have really bad shoes.
but they
too.
also make shoes that are similar to the New Balances that fall under the category of sex offender sevens. Or the dad shoe.
the mow in the grass shoes.
The mow in the grass
white
shoes.
ones?
The white ones that are going to get green by the end of the summer.
I can't wait to turn these bad boys green. I don't know if you guys know this, but do you ever feel like you earned beer? Like
Yeah.
when you have a beer, you're like, I earned this.
Sometimes.
It's always after mowing the grass or weed eating or something. Like that's the only time that it actually feels like you earned it. Like if you go work out or something, you're gonna come back and drink a beer and be like, I didn't earn that.
Yeah, that's
I shouldn't
true.
be putting this in my body.
I mean, that's because you went and worked out and you feel like you're kind of like fucking yourself by drinking immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
But I mean, like if you're like doing strenuous physical activity, like pulling weeds or fucking weed eating or something like that.
Smoking cigarettes. I think I earned this.
I earned this cigarette. When are you gonna let me start smoking cigarettes in here?
Once we get like a building that we rent.
Okay,
One that I'm not responsible for
that makes sense.
until after we use it. But anyways, that video with the opinions of us, I think that my voice can be boring sometimes, but that's just my lazy voice. I'm a few years behind. I was a late bloomer on realizing that you should be smart.
I was a late bloomer.
I always hung out with like the bad kids in high school, and I was like, nerd, you doing your homework? You're not copying off of somebody? You stupid. You're wasting your time. You could be playing Xbox at home.
It's just like, doing homework's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, right.
You want to let me copy it?
You want to just like smoke weed and go watch a fight at the skate park?
That was nice though. But speaking of fights at the skate park, yeah, Andrew. When he talked about Andrew in the video, Andrew, you are on your phone a lot.
Yeah,
You are. I don't care.
always on your phone.
Gail was right about that.
He was right about you.
He should have told us to stay away.
Yeah.
That's why we fired you. He didn't get fired.
We still love him, even though he's a fat piece of shit that's always on his phone.
Yeah, phone looker.
Yeah, he's a phone looker.
But yeah, we've said it on podcasts before. I mean, all I'm gonna say about us doing things that we shouldn't be doing or things that are happening in the podcast, compare like doing like 25, compare episode 25 to episode 1 and just see how good it was. Because go listen to anybody's first 25 episodes and guarantee you wouldn't have been watching it like at that time, but you're probably watching it like Joe Rogan. His 25th episode, probably not that good compared to what he's doing now.
I wonder Who was his 25th guest?
I don't even. He used to just start off by doing it with his friends. Because he said that on the Dr. Phil one. Because he's done like 1,200 at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get good at it. Doesn't matter what. Like, if you do it that often, then you're
You
just going to get better.
Fucking good at talking. And talking is important because that's how you communicate.
And I don't even think that Joe Rogan podcast memes or clips were even going around a year or two ago.
No.
He just built it from the ground up. And he was already famous too, so we're kind of doing it backwards, but
Yeah, we should have gotten famous before we did this.
yeah, let's just go do it tomorrow.
Let's go get famous real quick.
I feel like if we're doing it backwards, it's not bad. Like the slow grind is gonna show that it's like that's what it was. Like, it wasn't us doing a viral video and then doing the podcast to capitalize off being viral for 15 minutes, but it's just us slowly building it to the top.
Yeah.
Or wherever it ends up at. I don't know. I have a lot of inspirations with people like that.
You're an inspiration.
I hope I am. Hey, why you make fun of my chin? Every time I think I talk boring, I'm gonna say that. Hey, why you make fun of my chin strap? I was gonna shave it.
Were you?
Well,
You coward.
no, like I shave it every now and then, just because. But I was like, I can't shave it now because he'll think that I shaved it because of him.
Yeah, he'll think he'll won.
So I have to deal with the uncomfortable chin strap for like probably tomorrow. Then I'll shave it. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. We're gonna put both the videos out, the insult and the apology, and you can watch them for yourself. He wanted to end up being a reoccurring thing for the podcast, but I didn't think that it would be organic enough because I hate fake YouTube beef.
Plus, I mean, he lives in fucking New York. He's gonna have to get like a travel license before he can be on the podcast.
Well, we would have him on Skype physically.
I'm gonna just start talking about New York like it's like the UK.
What? Oh, speaking of the UK,
You fucking hate them, don't you?
I saw a movie on Netflix, and it was called The Basement. It was a really good movie. It was about a guy who got kidnapped and like tortured in a basement. What is that noise? Oh, my phone. He got tortured in a basement.
Aren't we all just getting tortured?
And he
in a
was
basement
British,
philosophically.
and it was a really good movie, but not because a British guy
God,
was
I hate
being
my
tortured
life.
in a basement, but just I don't know. It
I
was
have
about
no passion for anything.
it was about a
No direction.
It was like a serial killer that kept playing all these different parts, like different characters to mess with this guy that he captured. It was like Split or whatever.
God, I
But-
wish I could love something.
You wish you could what?
Anyways, continue.
That was just it. You should
It
watch
was like
the movie.
a British version of Split.
The guy that was being tortured was just British. Like the
Oh.
other guy wasn't British.
Do you like it that he was being tortured because he was British?
That's not why I liked it, but it was good, and that also happened. So I don't like British people that much.
I
But
remember you talking about how much you hated the UK like a few episodes back.
I mean, I don't like the UK, but I don't want people from the UK to not like me.
Are you just saying that because you don't want to be hated? But how do you really feel? Is this coming back to you not wanting to feel emotionally available or emotionally vulnerable?
I just think that our famous family is better than their famous family.
I guess.
Who is our equivalent of the royal family? Is it the Kardashian family?
I knew you were going to go there. And I don't want to accept
Kanye
that.
West is better than any person in the royal family.
I'd agree, yeah. Yeah. Kanye is definitely
He's done more for himself and others. He doesn't make children go missing like the royal family.
yeah, Kanye is a national treasure.
But I guess Andrew wants me to call him.
Oh, do you want to just stop the podcast now?
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna call him.
Okay. I guess Andrew has to be a part of it.
Yeah, since he couldn't make it, he wants to be a
He
part
has
of
to
it.
just,
like
like-
Gail. Hello?
What?
You sound like a dumbass robot.
You sound like a stupid ass Marine.
Why is this getting brought up?
I don't know. Why do you bring it up every time we're at like group?
I don't.
Where we're talking about
You're
our
talking about
issues and
group.
problems in front of other people. You're always like, so when I was like, like situations that don't even call for it, like group therapy.
I like go out of my way to not do that.
So, anyways,
You're not sounding very good through this.
Okay, Andrew, I love you. Bye.
It doesn't sound good. I'm sorry.
Wait, can you not?
No, it's
Wait,
You're-
still not.
You're coming in and out, man.
don't put us on speaker.
You're
talk-
not on speaker now.
Okay, yeah, talk now.
Anyways, so that's done with. I'm sorry you had to like suffer through that few minutes of Andrew saying weird shit through the phone.
Is that all he wanted to say?
Um,
Is that what his message of the day was? Just
his message of the day.
trying to argue with you?
I don't know.
You think
man.
I have time for this?
You think I have time for you having time for that?
Watch him try to call back.
Dude, watch me make him eat my ass.
I could see that.
Really? Why?
Because of what Gail said.
Oh,
Did anything else happen that you want to talk about?
nothing really. I mean,
No weird stuff?
if you're on drugs, don't try and hit me up. Especially if it's you trying to pursue a relationship with me.
Keep going.
Because that's obnoxious.
Yeah. If you're on drugs, just stay off the internet too, because you might feel like you want to start an argument with somebody, and then they just state one fact about what you've built as a life to call your own, and then make you look dumb. So you just might as well just not say anything. You're very vulnerable in an argument if you're on drugs. You shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You should just like not be a ticking time bomb with anger issues. We're not talking about all drug users. We're just talking about one specific person.
Or we? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Self-assess. Start caring about yourself, and let people talk to you about it.
yeah.
Quit being fucking obnoxious.
If all you do is if your whole personality is you just like making fun of people or starting at a conflict.
Why can't you understand that you're only hindering your own personal growth?
It doesn't work. Like if you're a walking cry for help, and all you do is just talk bad to people, and every time somebody tries to help you, you say, "I don't need your help," then people are just gonna stop helping you, and you're just gonna get worse and worse. And I guess that's what you want.
Anyways, I love you all.
I'm glad.
Everyone listening to this, I love you.
I'm glad that you made it here because I was getting very hurty selfie.
Yeah, I know. Dylan likes to threaten self-harm to get his way with me lately, and
I just want him to show up to do the podcast, and it never happens unless I threaten with self-harm. So it works. I'm gonna stick with it. Totally unrelated to the last person we were talking about. But I can try to call Andrew one more time.
just let that dream die.
He wanted to say stuff, but I feel like if he really wanted to say something,
He'd be here.
in the podcast.
Yeah, he'd be here.
Yeah.
If he really gave a fuck, he'd be here.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Like you want to be a part of this, but you're just gone right now at this one time with the other people who are never gone or absent from the podcast to sit here and have to fill in for you.
Pitiful.
Like we're always here, both of us, me and Dylan. Like Dylan's here every single time.
Every time.
So there's nothing else we need to talk about. Anything else happen?
Let me know at this point.
We try to talk about stuff that people kind of care about in a funny way, but not be pop culture-y.
It's hard.
I don't want to talk about like Big Sean's relationship or some other weird shit. I just want to. If there's nothing to make fun of, I'm not gonna talk about it.
I just want Lana Del Rey to make a Misfits song, really.
Yeah, you better fucking do it too.
Lana, please. You're the only one who understands me. No problem.
I kind of got thrown off. we don't have Andrew looking at his phone to tell us what to do.
If only Andrew was on his phone right now.